Be prepared for highly offensive language throughout and adult and sexual themes.
What a dramatic show we had tonight. Kay finally decided that enough was enough for her and her issues couldn't be resolved. And at 12:54 a.m. this morning, she said her final farewells and left the Big Brother house for good. Let's have a little reminder of her final moments.
Big Brother is asking that you sleep on it and
I'm not sleeping on anything.
But Kay,
I'm
just
sorry.
listen to Big Brother for one moment.
I need to get out. I'm so sorry. I can't do it. I'm done. I'm fucking done. Like, this is becoming now some sick game. I need to get out, please.
Well, there you go. She finally did it, and I can confirm that Kay is going to be joining me for a full bots debrief later on in the show tonight. Better keep quiet about them chicken nuggets I had for lunch. But Kay's decision to quit the show left the housemates in tears. But I mean, I say housemates, I just mean Kian. He was in bits, weren't he, to be fair? But it could have been the jelly shots that got to him, we're just not sure. But, as Thomas says...
The game continues.
The game continues. That is right, it definitely does. And this house, with Kay evicting herself out of the game, it did mean that Kian had to choose another housemate to take part in this week's Game Changer. And if you didn't see the cheeky tease at the end of the main show, I can reveal he picked Cameron to take part in this week's Game Changer. We're going to be getting to grips with all of the rest of tonight's show in just a moment. But coming up this evening, we've fixed up our FM transmitter tonight, guys. I've had a little fiddle with me knob, and I'm going to be hitting the Elstree airwaves when we tune into...
Radio Riders.
Radio Riders back! Back in my radio studio for another late night session. I'm going to be taking a peek at our housemates' column inches with a very special guest DJ. Plus, we're logging onto the World Wide Web, I believe it's called, and having a little goosey gander at what you lot at home have been saying on the Twitter sphere about that lot in the house in there. But before any of that, it's time to welcome a fabulous foursome. We've managed to find some big coins down the back of the box sofa for an extra guest tonight. First up, he's a lovable rogue who showed us that Britain's definitely got talent, and tonight he's showing bots he's got more talent. It's Capital FM Sunny DJ! Next up is a former celebrity Big Brother housemate who was also a finalist in the 9th series of The X Factor, a series I remember very fondly. He never talks baloney, it's Christopher Maloney! Next up is an absolute A-list star. It's not Kirstie Alley. It's not Kirstie Alley, but he's the star of the A-list New York and Celebrity Big Brother 2017 runner-up USA. It's Austin Albuquerque. And finally, she just can't keep away, making her probably 471st appearance on the show. We've not counted or anything. It's the all-seeing eye, Nicola McLean. I love the eye. All right, let's talk about tonight's show and the dramatic self-eviction of Kay. Nicola, I'm going to come straight to you with your all-seeing eye. She's been saying it for a few days now. I know it's been winding a lot of the viewers up. A lot of my audience is in here with her saying, I'm going to go, and then she doesn't, I'm going to go. Are you glad she's gone now?
100%, yeah.
You are?
Yeah, I am. It's been winding me up as well, even though I did it. Let me out! And then didn't leave. But, you know, yeah, just if you're going to go, go. Like, I can't be bothered with listening to it and then watching all the, you know, the drama that follows it. And bless her, she seems lovely. I've just met her in the green room. She's lovely. But I think it's better she's out.
You think it's better she's out?
Yeah, I do.
Austin, I mean, that's obviously what Nicola says. No, the audience are agreeing. But do you think it was the right decision for her to leave?
Well, Nicola and I were in the series together, so I didn't know that she was saying "let me out" in the green room, because I was saying the same thing in the diary room. I was like, "Let me out! I'm gonna go." I never did, honey, because I had a paycheck to collect. So having said that, Having said that, I give her props because she had the balls to leave. And I didn't.
Well, she
So, good
actually
for her.
did go through with it in the end.
She did go.
She said she couldn't resolve her differences with a certain housemate. Obviously, Lewis F and Cameron, we saw her fall out with. And I do have to say, in her defence, you know, that's wound me up as well. You know, I don't like walkers. I've always said it on the show. I think you've been selected to be a Big Brother housemate. In my eyes, that's an honour. You should enjoy it, embrace it. But I did see a little bit of a different side to it tonight with the whole Lewis F clash, Chris. You know, it was... I mean, I know, Kay, we're going to be chatting to her in a bit, but it just seemed a little bit from me, oh, actually, maybe I can see now why you're not really enjoying it in there with that clash you had with Lewis F tonight.
Yeah, I mean, to be honest with you, they've had problems since you got in the house. He didn't take a shine to it at all. You know, so, I mean...
Well, I think he did in the early days.
In the early
and
days.
Then it just switched.
But it just switched over, and I just think that she was right to go because she really felt uncomfortable. And I've been speaking to her backstage
But
there. And...
I also think as well that I would never leave because one person made me feel uncomfortable. You chicken-livered shit! You don't have to leave because not everyone's going to like you in life. I've realised this, and I'm fine with it. I'm cool.
She's fine with it. She's fine with it for right.
But also, I mean, for £100,000, I would like eat glass and walk over.
Me too.
Someone
Say
can
to
call
all
me
of our
that.
viewers,
Hello.
don't eat glass for any amount of money. Back to Kay. Her and Lewis F looked like they had made up, but later Lewis accused her of being a bit of a hypocrite. That reignited the feud. I mean, Sonny, it did seem like Kay, you know, Kay did press some buttons while she was in there. I think it was fair to say, but in that instance with Lewis, she said, you know what, let's just forget about it. I don't want to talk about it. It's fine. We'll move on from it. Lewis F did then reignite it a bit more. What did you make of the situation?
Firstly, I think he fancies her.
Yeah.
Definitely. Yeah. He's proper into her. And I think that also he went into that looking for an argument, and he went in with what he wanted to come out with in his head, and because she didn't agree with it, that's why he walked away.
Do you think?
He walked away from it, yeah.
Well, I mean, I know Lewis, he does look a little bit like a buff Jesus. He has likened himself to the Dalai Lama, but is he more like a silent assassin after making enemies of Amelia, Lewis G, and now Kay? Nicola, Amelia, Lewis G, Kay, he seems to be picking them off slowly, one by one. Should the other housemates be fearing him now, do you think?
I wouldn't say fearing him, but I would...
Fear him!
oh, God, you've got me scared now. No, I wouldn't say fearing, but what I would say is that he is that type of character. My mum always said I could start an argument in an empty house.
Your mum's telling the truth.
She bloody is, right? But I think he's a bit the same, and he doesn't stop, does he? Like, he was wrong in that argument with Kate tonight. He 100% was, but he really didn't see it. He really didn't. So I think that's the problem.
Do you think he's ever seen it?
No. So I think that that's what he's going to continue to do in the house. So unless someone's going to have the balls to stand up to him in a Kay was very intelligent the way she argued tonight. She was. I can't say any different. But unless someone's just going to tell him to go fuck himself, then I think we've got a problem.
With one hand over the eye, obviously. Well, we did see tonight that Cameron felt quite responsible for Kay leaving as well tonight. Austin, Cameron does take a lot of things to heart in that house. We have seen him when he's got a bee in his bonnet, that bee is flying about. Do you think he was right to feel a little bit responsible for her leaving?
Well, no. To answer your question, no. But I think what's most important to look at as well, as a contestant in the Big Brother house, you have to know who you are 100% and be very strong in your character as a human being.
Yeah.
And I think he's a great housemate. It's just the wrong time for him to be in there.
Do you think it's the wrong time? I mean, look, we've spoken about this. He's clearly got something on his mind, and it's not for us or any of us to speculate. Well, by all means, we can speculate, but not for us to say what we think it is until he's ready in his own time to say what he's dealing with. But do you not think it's the right time for him to be in there? I don't think it's the right... You know what that house is like.
Listen. He's going through a situation where he...
Yeah.
I'm going through a situation... The last time I was in the house, I was going through a divorce. I was a hot mess. I was crying. I was drinking too much. I was arguing.
You were fucking brilliant.
Oh, thank you. Thank you, babes. Now, listen... As someone who's on television, I know that there's like kind of a write-off. How much is this going to make good TV, as it did for Nicola? And I'm glad she's happy. But then I got home and I go, what the fuck did I just do? And what was I thinking? And where am I going to go from here? And where was my mental stage? But, you know, No, I don't think it's the right time for him to be in the house.
He's boring.
He's just too. Listen, he's boring as shit. I'm trying to be a bit political, but he's boring. He's a bit wet.
You think he's a bit
But
boring?
He's got some issues. He's got some issues he needs to work out on his own.
He's a baby.
Listen, let's say this. Work it out in your bedroom before you come on television in front of, a lot of people and try to work it out and just not give us entertainment.
I mean, to be fair, we've had housemates before in the past, that, again, we're not speculating what it is Cameron wants to say or is dealing with.
I'm loving this.
And I know, do you know what? Well, look, I think it's all completely obvious to us, what we've seen, what he's spoken about in the diary room, what he's pretty much said to Louis F. But he hasn't said it, and I think we do need to respect the fact that he worries about people on the outside, he's not spoken to his family or friends, and he's going through this on TV in the Big Brother house. He knows it's going out. But I still don't think it's our place to sit there and say it's because of X. Do you know what I mean?
Was that the mistake, though, to come on and announce on national television?
But he's not the first one that's done it. I mean, Brian Dowling had his things before. I know Brian said that he hadn't told his family that he was gay, and I'm talking about Brian's situation,
yes.
Not comparing it to Cameron's. There's people gone into the house that they've never been married.
Yeah, I mean, I think, obviously everyone has got different issues. Don't forget, he's only 18.
Yeah, I think he's
But this is the thing, this is one thing that's winding him up, Chris, especially with Kay. She brought up his age. She said, you're not mature enough, and that, you're only 18, you're only a baby. I've got to be honest, some of the conversation that's been coming from Cameron there is a lot more mature than some of the other housemates we've seen.
Yeah, but obviously with the issues that he's dealing with, obviously he's thinking about it. He's in a house full of strangers, even though, they know each other, but they really don't.
Yeah.
And there's millions of people watching. For the issues that he's got. So I just think that he needs to deal with them in his own time.
Surely this situation is slowly going to get resolved, and I think it's going to come to hopefully, I think it's across a very pleasant ending.
I think he's 18. I think he's hilarious in the fact he doesn't stop moaning. I really
He's like
do.
a grumpy old man.
He really is. I don't think he's been that boring. And do you know what I would say to him? If I was watching him and I was his mum, which I'm probably old enough to be, I'd be proud of him.
You would be proud of him?
Yeah, I would.
That's a lovely thing to say. Chris, very quickly, I just want to go back to Kay, because before Kay exited, the housemates had enjoyed an end of summer party with a few jelly shots.
Jelly shots!
Can I just hear that again? It makes me laugh.
Jelly shots!
I love jelly. Are you disappointed, guys? You weren't there for the jelly shots?
Yeah, why did we never get jelly shots?
We never got jelly shots.
Can we have some now? Jelly shots!
You know what?
Jelly shots!
Give the band a round of applause. Still to come, I'm going to be sending Nicholas all seeing eye back into the camera runs to have a good old snoop at our game playing housemates. Plus, we're going to be finding out what our housemates have got planned when they leave Big Brother. Don't go anywhere. I'll see you after this. Jelly shot!
Jelly shots!
Welcome back to Big Brother's Bit on the Side. I think this lot need a bit of a perk up, so I've decided to get out the jelly shots. Here we go.
Jelly shots!
Jelly shot for you.
Jelly shots!
for you. Jelly shot for you. Jelly shot for you.
Jelly shots!
Jelly shots.
Jelly shots!
Okay.
Jelly shots!
Fine. They're all right. They're all right. Now from jelly shot. I'm so sorry. To first time
Jelly shots!
on... Stop it! From jelly shots to our first time on Bots, our little fairy was too good and too sweet for the house. She brought the kindness, she brought the love, but most importantly, she brought them seeds. Our vegan has finally gone via the door to her right. Please welcome Kay. Kay, this is so tough for us. I'm going to get you to sit here because we want to get a really good shot of you, darling. We don't normally interview people that walk out of the Big Brother house.
I feel very honoured, thank you.
Well, and I'll tell you the reason for why. Purely because of sheer facts of, we feel that there's a lot of questions we need to ask you, because you have been at the centre of quite a few bits in there and been attached to a lot of the storylines in there. So first and foremost, what was the straw that broke the camel's back?
So originally, just to give my insight into everything, I came on the show because I genuinely wanted to promote veganism.
And you've done that. You've definitely done that.
Yeah, and I think having, like, obviously I've only had a day to sort of look at things and hear what other people have said, and I think because of obviously the editing process, there's a whole 24 hours there.
Of course.
And they literally pick the most intense, dramatic moments. And I think my narrative, what it seemed to be, because when I was talking to my friends about it, and I said, well, have they played this? And they played this? And they were like, no, like literally the narrative was unstable, vegan, you know.
I don't want to disagree with you
Yeah.
there, but I'm going to a certain extent, because listen, this show's been on air for 18
Yeah.
years. You know, there's a 24-hour day that gets condensed into a 46-minute show, so not everything is going to
Of
be shown.
course, yeah.
And it is a highlight show, so we're going to follow storylines that occur in
Yeah,
the house.
yeah.
And if something happened in the previous day, we want to see a resolution or a continuation
Yeah,
of
for
what's
sure,
happened. And you have been a big part of a lot of things. Tonight, we saw you finally leave the house. I know you left,
Yeah.
obviously, early hours this morning. But we did see you threaten, if you like, to say, I'm going to go. We've seen you
Yeah.
pack your bags
So-
before. And a lot of people on the outside have said that it was an attention-seeking
Yeah, I
act on
know.
your
I've
part.
read.
and things like
Yeah.
that. So what would you say to people
So,
that are saying that?
absolutely not. I was... the thing is, I come from the industry, so my background was in that. And I think I came on the show and I had so many boundaries and blocks where I didn't want to have intimate conversations. And I don't know if that was shown, but a lot of it was us sitting around table, people drunk, and there's a lot of intimate conversations, there's a lot of private things. And I didn't want to let a lot of that out because I was always told not to. So I think everything just started getting to me because I felt like I could be myself in my personality, but I also couldn't engage fully because there's some things I didn't want to,
And
you know,
do you know what? That's
release.
completely your
And then I started
choice.
even freaking out about cameras and just the
But
whole
you
process.
did know what Big
Of
Brother
course
was.
I did, but you never, and this is what I want to say to everyone, you never know until you're in there.
I totally get
and
it.
you're face to face with the people and it's challenging. And you also, like for me, I was like policing myself all the time thinking, oh my God, how is this going to look? And it was just such a battle.
Do you
and
think that
genuinely,
was your we know you're an actress and you've
Yeah,
done acting
yeah.
before, and do you think that was because you
Trust me.
wasn't playing a role and you were being yourself
yes,
that
it
really
was
worried you?
And trust me, if any of that was acting, I would be winning Oscars.
Oh, babe,
now.
you'd be Hollywood, not
And
Bournemouth, do you know what I mean?
Like, seriously, and that is so true, because the thing is, I'm a vegan. We are empaths.
No!
No, but it's, we feel everything. I'm emotionally up and down. Like, I don't know if those other moments were seen, but, you know, there were so many moments. I have not laughed more in that house. Like, in the past year, I haven't even laughed as much as I've laughed
We've
in
seen
there.
you
And-
enjoying yourself.
Yeah,
Yeah, we
and
really
there's
have.
been
We've seen the
so
cat
many-
ears. We've seen it all.
And there's been so many amazing moments, but then, like, especially in the evenings when everybody would have a drink and the conversations would begin, and I would just get this feeling like it's like I can't get out. I don't want to be a walker because that's going to be judged. And the whole thing, and then obviously arguments with people for some reason. And I know this is what happens on reality, and people can say the worst things to you, but I just felt embarrassed. I was like, fuck, like, how is it? Sorry.
No, you can swear. It's fine. Don't worry, we've had a lot worse.
And also, yeah, but I was just analysing everything so much because I literally just freaks out about things. But
I'm going to need to talk to you about Lewis F in
Yes.
just a second, but obviously we know that you were facing eviction this week.
Yes. Which
do you-
I asked everyone.
Yeah.
To do. That's the thing. If I was
We did
putting
see
anything
that.
on, I would literally, I was giving my everything I was doing, not to be, oh, I'm so nice, I'm so sweet, look at me. If I had that game plan, I wouldn't be walking out
You
now.
were currently facing eviction as it stood,
Yeah.
obviously because the game changer hadn't taken place, but we're going to show you now who
Ooh.
nominated you. Let's take a look.
All right.
My first nomination is K.
K. Ah! Just genuinely don't know what I'm getting when I'm actually talking to her.
Madness.
She has a lot of mood swings. One minute she's happy, the next minute she's crying and wants to leave.
Can't do this every day, guys.
She's definitely played up to cameras.
I like people who are willing to debate their issues and not just come down straight away. If you're going to ask me a question, please let me answer the question rather than talking over me when I'm trying to answer the question. We're two people that aren't going to ever 100% get on.
Kay is struggling. I don't see her lasting the run here.
But a lot of the time she's not with us and she doesn't spend much time with me. That is not a close enough friendship.
So, Kay, I know that's the first time that
Yeah.
you've seen those noms. Does any of them surprise you?
No. And again, this is not an act, for God's sake. Like, I don't
Listen, I'm not going to
mind.
sit here and say it is an act because
Yeah,
I'm genuinely
yeah.
not
No, I
insinuating
genuinely
that
don't
because I
mind.
do know what it's like to be in that.
And I know those people that I've had some of the most beautiful moments with majority of them. And the thing is, how I was behaving is the most normal thing to do, to nominate someone who's genuinely struggling in there. And I know, I've seen their eyes, I saw them face to face, even the eviction thing. Obviously, I've watched the thing back, and they've cut out so many. that me evicting myself was worth every moment, never mind doing bots, never mind coming out on stage. All of that was not worth seeing. Like, they were all helping me pack my case.
And you know what? That was really nice. And that's what I think has been a bit of a turning point. I mean, I know a few of us were talking earlier when we saw that, and it was just a beautiful... Look, I don't want to sit here and say I condone people that walk out, but everyone's got their own reasons for doing that. But it was sort of like a nice little twist in the towel at the end that everyone just went, do you know what?
Yeah.
She has decided to do this. We're going to be fully behind you.
Because they genuinely felt me. Because when you're there with that person, you're connecting, you're looking at their eyes, it's a completely different experience. And that's why I felt so much support. And that would have never happened if I lasted out to Friday, had another breakdown.
And just walked out of the job.
Again, it would have been seen I'm doing something
bad.
bad.
Was you worried that if you were evicted on Friday, was you worried about the crowd? Was you worried about your reception that you get? Because we know a lot of the time you said, you know, and you've said it here, I felt like I was self-editing. You know, I'm an actress. I'm used to playing someone, not playing myself.
Of course, I was. But I knew if I come out and people see me, because even, you know, the production was amazing about it. Some of the people I've met now, they're like, you're not like what you were on there. And it's because it's all edited, it's all condensed. And yes, I am emotional and I feel things and I'm up and down.
Do you feel more comfortable out here than you did in there?
For sure. Because this is live now as well. So like,
this is us,
no one can edit me now.
No one can edit what you're saying. But like we say, and I do have to say this, obviously, because I will always defend the show, but I do appreciate your point.
Oh, no, the show's been amazing.
The show will always fairly represent everyone in that house.
Yes. And the way I've seen some edits, and it's again genuine, I found them so funny, like all of my tantrums running for the fire exits. I mean, you guys, like in there, we were having such a laugh.
The security have been on standby every time you've gone to one of them jobs.
It was amazing. Like, so Cameron had this thing, like we call it the case pharmacy in there, and we were all pissing ourselves. Every time I'd be with that black bin bag and all of these bloody toiletries that I have because I need to look younger. Like, it was bizarre, and we were all laughing, we were joking, and then the whole panic attack thing, we were like recreating it. Obviously, probably that wasn't shown, but we were genuinely all like, everything you saw, it wasn't like, and it was just, I mean, of course we had the moments and stuff, but it was so, like, everyone in there was so much fun and there was so much energy.
Are you going to miss it?
Do you know what, now looking back and also seeing, obviously, I was there, I saw the people crying, and even Isaac, like, that was insane, but they didn't show a lot of that. But when I got into that diary room, I gave the best speech, and I was like, why didn't they play it? Because that was the best moment of my life. Like, I don't care. It was like, you know, nothing mattered anymore. Not the coins, not the games, not the competition. Bullshit, like reality, you know, whatever show is. It was so real, and seeing every single person like that, just completely, like, we were all crying, we were hugging, packing the bags.
You mentioned the coins there. Now, normally, I'm not sure if you know this, but as a housemate leaves, Big Brother Emma gives a housemate the option to give them the coins. But because you walked, I get to keep the coins this time. I'm really sorry.
It's okay.
But if you were going to donate them, we've only got literally about 10 seconds. If you were going to give them to any housemate, who would you have given them to?
The thing is, Kian and Zoe are my favourites, but they have so many coins. Who do I help?
You tell me. Who would they have gone to?
Thomas.
You would have given them to Thomas? I need another 5 seconds. We will never know, clearly. Listen, regardless of the way that you left, I'm gutted that you did walk out, but you were a great housemate.
And I'm so sorry, it's just because I literally I couldn't, it wasn't worth it. And that's for me, it wasn't for the exposure or the money.
You know what, I think we can see that.
I wanted to promote a cause that I genuinely, like, it's horrific what's going on.
And we all know what she is. She is a vegan through and through. Thank you so much for being a part of the show. Ladies and gentlemen, Kay, everyone. I'm going to keep these. Going towards the rap party. Right, it is now time for tomorrow's headlines and today's Bots News. OK, settle now, please. Hush, please, hush. Top stories tonight. Some shaky behaviour gets on Isaac's nerves. Thomas wonders what hairstyle to get next. The housemates discuss their post-Big Brother plans, and Big Brother firsts are the order of the day. First up at 12:16 this afternoon, the house was shaken up when Isaac confronted Thomas about something more than just a headache. Run VT.
That's the third time you shook your head at me in 10 minutes.
I know, because it's like...
Honestly, now, I'm saying, though, can you please stop doing that, because it will start to annoy me. I'm just saying. Thank you.
I can't help it. I do things and then I think about them.
I've got a little bit of a hangover.
It's okay.
Just
It's all good.
stop shaking your fucking head at me.
It's okay. It's okay. It's all good.
Well, I think Isaac needs to shake that hangover off before he goes head-on with anyone else. Then at 1:26, Thomas combed around for some advice. Run P2.
What about a full fringe?
Oh my God, what do you reckon? No, I can't. I need to have this uncovered because I get dandruff. And I need to have
But
it.
I had a fringe where I got so many spots.
Yeah.
Really? Because it
Oh,
makes you
yeah,
sweat. I used to have a fringe in school.
Yeah, but what other than that, what do you reckon? Like,
Layers, feathered.
what does that mean?
Just like when your layers go down. Like
Oh yeah,
that.
cute, right? Oh yeah.
Because you've kind of got that at the front, but like more. Like
I wanna.
steps, like layers.
Oh yeah, I wanna.
Well, Thomas, I'm not a gambling man, but I think you should mull it over before getting the chop. It was all go in the garden, actually, when at 1:32 the housemates discuss what they've got planned once they leave the Big Brother house. Run V2.
What's yours?
Definitely, and I don't care if I last 45 seconds, is having sex with my partner. That's a big thing, like, so I'm going to take it to the hotel, give her the best 45 seconds, and the second thing then is straight away I'm going to have an Indian takeaway.
Mine would be meeting Emma and Rylan.
Grow up.
Stop
Me
it.
too. It's
Oh,
me,
yeah,
me
Emma
too.
and Emma and Ryland, yeah.
So going on bots.
Rylan.
Ryland.
There's no D on the end.
Definitely
There's
D.
definitely no D.
It's Rylan.
Yes, Akeem, it's Rylan, not Ryland. How rude. Research. I may be a little biased, but I think Zoe's plans are a little bit more exciting than Akeem's, if you know what I mean. And the garden excitement doesn't stop there, because finally at 2:35, the housemates chat about some Big Brother first. Run VT.
I am the first gay ginger Irish housemate.
I would be the youngest ever winner if I won.
Yeah. Am I the youngest lesbian?
Yeah.
I think so. You might be.
Look at us all trying to come up with our first.
Yeah, I'm the first gay ginger
What could
Irish.
mine be?
You're the longest
First
hair.
ginger mother.
Northerner.
You know?
Yeah. From
Who's
the
called
north.
Zoe?
Cameron's the tallest.
Who's called Zoe?
I cannot confirm or deny that Cameron may even be taller than your favourite ever winner. And that's not all from today's news, because we do have an undercover story from our resident bots reporter direct from the front line. It's time for Nicola McLean and this.
Yes, Rylan, it's me. I'm back. Me and my all-seeing eye are just about to go in the camera runs, and we can't wait. So me and my all-seeing eye have spotted Zoe making some oven chips, and they look fucking disgusting. I wouldn't feed them to my dog, let alone anybody else. Oh, look. Oh, my goodness, she's going to set the smoke alarm off. Guys, look, she's cooking very badly. Cameron's extremely tall and slim. You don't see that on telly. Lewis is coming over. Girls, he's very handsome in real life. They're having a hug. Maybe they're mourning the loss of Kay. Okay, guys, me and my all-seeing eye have spotted Isaac and Sean having a little snuggle. Look at his dreads. They look very full, voluptuous, girthy, like the rest of him. Me and my all-seeing eye can't see what's going on under the blanket, but let's be honest, his dick's so big, it could reach from there. Me and my all-seeing eye have just spotted Thomas, and he's joined Isaac and Sean. He's sprawled seductively on the grass. He looks like he's recreating one of my page 3 poses. I would have taken off those purple slippers though. Okay guys, me and my all-seeing eye can confirm that Lewis F is just as fit in real life. Isaac and Sean like to get cosy, and Zoe can't cook for shit. Over to you, Rylan, in the studio.
A big thank you to our roving reporter, Nicola McLean, who's joining us now. Nicola, what was it like on the front line? Could you smell it?
Oh, my
Don't
God.
be filthy, and that's all tonight's Box News. Thank you.
Coming up after the break, we're going to be talking the business that is show as Sonny J swaps his Capital FM studio for my one when we tune into Borehamwood's hottest new radio station.
Radio Ryland.
Oh, yes. Proper sexy. See you straight after the break. I love it. Welcome back to Big Brother's Bit on the Side. Now, earlier today, the housemates took part in this week's Game Changer. Now, the results of which you're going to be able to see in tomorrow night's show. But before our housemates took part, I've got to take a little sneaky peek at how it works. So have a look at your next Game Changer. So, guys, welcome to your first exclusive look at this week's Game Changer. And this is called Last One Standing. The housemates taking part in this week's Game Changer will be standing on these podiums. The step behind them is true, and the step below them is false. Big Brother's going to ask a series of questions about the party that they had, and all they've got to do is agree whether it's a true statement or a false statement. Now, if the housemate gets the question right, they remain in the game. If they get the question wrong, they are eliminated. Let's see what's going to happen. Well, there you go. That's the Game Changer for this week. And a little birdie told me that they were up very early playing that game today. Let me tell you, straight out of bed. Still to come tonight, me and DJ Sonny J are going to be twiddling our knobs and having a good old gulp at the headlines housemates have made in a late night session of...
Radio Ryland.
Oh, yeah. But every Friday night, Borehamwood's finest brave the unreasonable weather conditions and line up for hours, all in the hope of gaining a quality spot at the live eviction show. Now, before they all started shouting obscenities at our housemates when they walk out, this is what they look like. Here it is. It's View from the Queue.
The View from the Queue.
Zoe's nice. My favourite is Zoe. I think she's very down to earth. She represents Joe Public. She's caring, kind. She's actually quite clever.
She seems quite genuine and nice.
I really want Zoe to win because she's just so normal and so she just doesn't care. She gets on with everyone.
But I love Tomaz.
I think Tomaz is getting a little bit above his station. I think he's getting a little bit sneaky.
I think Thomas is getting too big for his boots.
I think Thomas will win. Cameron, second.
Cameron is getting on my last nerve at the moment. He's getting to be a moaning mini and he needs to just calm himself down, take a little chill pill and relax a little bit because he's turning nasty.
Isaac is definitely, what can I say?
He's just really annoying.
Intimidated by a team. I think he's going to blow his top though.
Yeah, and then he'll just end up saying something wrong or rude and then he'll have to be kicked out.
Yeah, definitely.
Lewis F, because he feels real in there. He doesn't seem like Lewis G, put it that way.
Lewis F, all he does is moan, he's boring, and he's a miserable, I don't swear, bastard.
Moan and stretch, that's all he does.
I love him. Did you see how long that queue was? I counted at least 8 people, bless them. Now, I think I need a little bit of me time, and what's better than listening to a few club classics on a Tuesday night, you know what I mean? So kick back, get the shoes off. It's time for this.
Radio Ryland with Ryland Clark Neal and Sonny J.
Hi, and a very good evening to you, and welcome to Late Night on Radio Ryland, where the listener always comes first.
Radio Ryland.
Saucy, it's a cold night out there. If you're having trouble keeping warm and cosy, just ease into the night with me, Ryland Clark Neal. We're the radio station that brings you the best beats 24/7. Tonight, it's Ryland's Requests, where you can call us up on our double premium rate phone number. And after waiting in a queue of 3 people, request a track of your choice, but only 1 track, please. Don't be greedy. But first up on Up Late with Ryland, hashtag bring it back, I'm talking showbiz news. Tonight, I'm joined by Capital FM radio regular and our showbiz news correspondent. He sure does have a face for it, the handsome beggar. Beaming straight into your bedroom, it's Sonny J. Hi, Sonny J.
Hello, mate.
Hi. Tonight he's in the studio to tend to all your late night needs. How are you, Sonny? You well?
I'm very well. How are you?
That's just great.
Yeah.
He's been looking through the latest news on our housemates. Who's been making headlines, Sonny? What we got?
Okay, so first up we've got Kay. She quits the show after breaking down after furious row with Lewis F.
Oh no! What are you making of that?
If I'm honest, I feel like she used it as a little bit of an excuse to get out of the house.
Do you?
But I think that it would have pushed her over the edge, and I think that she did the right thing there.
Do you think she did the right thing by walking? Nobody likes a walker.
But for 100 grand, I wouldn't have walked, put it that way.
Yeah, but she didn't get paid anything.
No, I know, but she could win 100 grand.
Oh, true say, true say. People forget.
Yeah, they do.
Like me. You know what I mean? Oh, well, the housemates seem to be all over the interweb, I think the kids call it. Who else is making the headlines?
Okay, so Big Brother fans gutted that Lewis G becomes latest contestant to leave the Big Brother house.
Wow.
I'm gutted.
Are you gutted?
He was one of my favourite housemates. He was so entertaining, so good.
Really?
Yes.
How gutted are you, Sonny J?
Like, if I was to put it on a scale, it would be
that's big.
It'd be Isaac's dick.
Oh, okay, fair dues, fair dues. What is that? Yeah, my producer's just telling me that we've got a caller on. It's a 26-year-old bricklayer from Camden Town. He goes by the name of Lewis G. Hi, Lewis G.
What's going on, Riley?
Hey. Hi. So nice to hear your voice. Lewis, how does it feel to be making the headlines? I know you've wanted it for such a long time.
Man, look, the responses have been crazy. Kay's just left. I think we know what needs to happen next, Rylan.
Really? What do you think needs to happen?
They need to get me back and let me have a little go at Lewis, baby.
Oh, you want to go back? Well, that's good for you. Hopefully they can make that work. You just brought her up. What are you making of Kay leaving?
Man, if I was in there, she wouldn't have left, mate. That's all I'm going to say. I wouldn't let Lewis do that to her. Whenever I talked to her, I was keeping her in there, keeping her happy. I can't believe it.
Well, man, it's so good to hear your voice, and who knows, hopefully I'll get to see you in the future. Thanks for calling in, Lewis G.
That's all right, Rylan.
Bye, man. Bye,
See ya. Bye.
So nice to hear them voices, isn't it?
It is. Hashtag bring Lewis back. That's what I
Hashtag
say.
you're starting
Bring it back.
mate. What else we got going here?
Okay, so Big Brother viewers flood Twitter with aubergine emojis after Isaac flashes his big old todger, basically, and it needs its own postcode, doesn't it?
Wow, did you see this?
I did see it. I watched it with my girlfriend. We had to rewind back and pause it. It looked like a bloody towel row, didn't it?
Wow, I've never seen a towel row like that.
Well, I have now.
Well, good for you. Listen, Sonny, it's so good speaking to you, but you know what? Ken Bruce is up next, so I need to get off the air.
Are we going, are we?
Yeah, I just need to wrap it up there. Give it up, please, for radio broadcaster and bot showbiz news correspondent beaming right into your bedroom, Sonny J, everyone.
You're great.
No, you're great, man.
You're great, man.
For the next 4 hours, I'm going to have back-to-back tracks sampling the best of steps, and you can also catch Sunny at the weekend on Radio Ryland, sitting in for Helen Mayhew with a non-stop drop of jazz classics. I'd like to say thanks for listening, good night, and remember, come again soon.
Radio Ryland with Warren Clark Neal and Sonny J.
I always find it hard to stop doing the voice.
I'm come home doing
that is all for now. After the break, we've got an exclusive chunk of house action I'm going to spoil you with. Plus, I'm going to be looking at your tweets about our lovely housemates. I'll see you straight after this. Welcome back to Big Brother's Bit on the Side. Now, time is running out for us, but we do have just enough time to show you a piece of never-before-seen house action that no one, and I mean no one, not even me, has seen before, so I don't know what it is. Have a look.
Maybe I have lost a little bit of trust in you, or I have doubted, you know, your actions, but I'm coming to you like this. I obviously do see... I want to maintain a relationship with you because we got on so well at the start and you're my sister in here and I don't want to let you throw yourself under a bus, you know? honesty is the best policy, don't get me wrong, and it's cool that you're admitting, you know, your game plan, you want to, and you're this, that, and the other thing, but I think because no one else is doing it in this house, it has been heightened, and it's been more noticeable, and it has led you to maybe be a scapegoat for further, you know, obstacles down the line, we should say. You know what I mean?
I know.
We'll say
but
that.
the way I see it, since I can't just like, I just can't like do anything half-ass.
Yeah.
So once I go in, I will go in full throttle.
Ooh, that gameplay is spicing it up. But since day one of this series, the Twitter sphere has exploded with your opinions about our housemates. But will our panel agree? Let's have a look at our first viewer treat. Now, this has come from Nikki Graham. I love it how we're calling her a viewer now. She's a legend. And it's very apt, actually, to the clip we've just seen. Thomas has turned into such a bitch. Hopefully, I think she put he-bore, I think she means he or Isaac, will go this week. Nicola, I want to come to you first. I mean, a lot of love for Thomas. I know there has been throughout the series, but we are seeing more of a gameplay. Should we be judging him for that, considering this series more so than ever it's all about the game?
OK, hold on a minute.
I'm holding.
Right? Hold on a minute. Right? You can win 100 fucking grand.
Lot of money.
I'm playing the game, and I don't care who likes me. I don't care who likes me. Now, can I just say, I was in 2 celebrity ones, not normal celebrity, right? So let me just say that.
Civilian, everyone's normal.
So, I was getting paid anyway, so it's different. If I'm in there to win 100 grand, I'm playing that game and I am playing it well. Good luck to him.
Good luck to him.
We shouldn't be judging, it's a game.
Austin, what do you think?
Well, like Nicola, I was also in 2 Celebrity Big Brothers.
I don't mean to brag, but neither of you won.
What'd he say? Oh, he won. Actually, listen, I was runner-up, so where did you come?
But the gameplay, Austin, it's a big thing.
Listen, Nicola makes a great point. In all sincerity, in the celeb version, we're getting paid first one out, last one winner. It doesn't matter. So I think, from our perspective, we think, let's make the public like us so we can do Panto this year and have a great time and make a little bit of money. In the celebrity version, listen, if you have to stab someone in the back, scratch someone's eyes out, claw, dig it, whatever you have to do, win 100 grand!
It's 100,000 grand! That's a lot of money. Let's go back to the tweets. Reese Grant has tweeted us. Thanks, Reese. And love how Zoe, Kean, Thomas and Cameron have got a Misfits alliance on the go. This series has a proper Big Brother Canada feel to it, which I love, by the way. I love seeing all the gameplay and strategy chats that are going on. So again, Sonny, it's gameplay. People are talking about game again. This year, it is more of a game than it's ever been in 18 years. Do you think people should be being judged for playing a game, or should they all step it up a gear and try and win that money?
What I will say first, this is the best Big Brother, normal Big Brother that we have
Civilian.
seen.
Yeah. Thank you.
This is the best civilian Big Brother we have seen in a very, very long time. There is, as you say, 100 grand up for grabs. You've got to play the game.
You've got to play the game.
What I will say is, though, the Misfits community, whatever they are, they're going to have to play the game against each other at some point.
They are. Yes. They are.
So I think Thomas will end out on top.
You think he will?
Yeah.
I think Thomas is playing the game to a T, and I think he's doing really, really well. And he is getting condemned for that, and I think it's wrong. You know, it's gone back to...
He's getting condemned in the house, but he's also getting condemned a little bit from
by
viewers.
By the viewers, yeah.
And
I think it's wrong because it's a game. People are forgetting that. You know, they're obviously watching the civilians in there, but this is a game, and there's 100 grand at stake. And do you know what? To be honest with you, he's getting that much shit. I hope he does win it.
Listen, this is not Big Brother's best friend race.
No.
Vanjie!
I want to see what you guys think. Are we liking the gameplay? Do we need him to step it up?
Well, everybody's repeated lots of times about this game, but let's talk about the ones who are playing the game but pretending that they're not. Miss Zoe, because, you know, she went in there and spun off some, you know, coins off this thing to put to herself. You know, so everybody is playing a game in there, right? I believe
You don't think they are?
They haven't got caught, you see. He's got caught out quite a few times because he's lied when he's come out of there and said to them, you know, oh, no, I didn't take the money. But he did. and they found out
Do you think more will get caught out?
He's going to... Well, he might. Yeah, now he will, yes, definitely.
Oh, well, I can't believe I'm saying this because I've really enjoyed this one, but that's all I've got time for tonight. I know, that is all I've got time for. A massive thank you to my beautiful panel. Top panel tonight. My lovely audience, as ever. And to you bunch of legends watching at home. We're going to be back tomorrow, just after 11, when I'll be joined by celebrity Big Brother 1 housemate Claire Sweeney and astrologer to the stars Russell Grant. #dreaming. Until then, get a good night's sleep.